Hello, my name is Christopher Sands, and I'm a Senior Fellow at the Hudson Institute, and I would like to talk about the NATO Summit taking place in Europe as we speak. NATO's celebrating its 60th anniversary, and with that anniversary comes growing pains for an organization that is both expanding but also finding that its challenges today are as great as perhaps at any time during the organization's history. Croatia and Albania begin the process of joining NATO at this summit, adding to a membership that has increasingly found East Europe as a source of troops and energy, while Western Europe has been more reluctant. Nowhere has that been more clear than in Afghanistan, where the United States, Great Britain, Australia, Canada, the Netherlands really dominate the international mission to try to restore some order within the Afghan territory. At the same time, traditional allies such as Germany have been reluctant to provide more troops or to provide troops that would be in harm's way. This 60th anniversary summit sees two important additions as well. Spain, the government of Spain providing additional troops for Afghanistan, a modest number, but a renewed commitment, which is an important symbolic gesture at a time when the alliance is very concerned about commitments in Afghanistan. And France, which rejoins the military command of NATO for the first time since Charles de Gaulle took France out of the organization and its headquarters moved to Brussels. But while allies seem to be jockeying for a seat at the table, particularly working with Barack Obama, the new American president, and trying to gauge his leadership of the alliance at this crucial time, it's also true that many allies are skeptical of the ratcheting up of the Afghanistan conflict that the Obama administration has undertaken. It will take, some estimates, as many as twice or even 3 times the number of Western troops currently in Afghanistan in order to pacify the country. And there is a second agenda in Afghanistan, an agenda of governance. This has been brought to the fore as Afghanistan's parliament has been debating a law that would legalize rape in that country and has alarmed human rights activists across Western Europe and in North America. This doesn't seem like the kind of government that the West set out to establish to replace the Taliban, and raises serious concerns on the part of the Europeans who wonder what it is that we're fighting for in the first place. Yet for the Obama administration, looking back at the Bush administration's attempts to build democracy and governance in Afghanistan with something of a jaundiced eye, the real mission in Afghanistan remains dealing with the terrorist threat posed by al-Qaeda, to the extent that it's hiding out in Afghanistan and the Pakistan border region, and dealing with Taliban elements that just this past week threatened attacks on Washington in retaliation for renewed pressure by the Americans on their safe havens in Pakistan and in the eastern part of Afghanistan. It's a situation that is getting worse by the day, and what we'll see in this particular 60th anniversary summit of NATO is whether the commitment of these allies to work together can really stand the test of its first major out-of-area, out-of-Europe challenge so far in 2009.